Good morning everyone and welcome to today's video. We are going to showcase all of my herbs. Now this video is going to start out as a current video that you are seeing. Then I'm adding some video clips of previous videos that I've done. I thought it would be great to share that. What I'm doing now is cutting my feverfew, and feverfew is used to reduce fever in a tea or a tincture. This here is lamb's ear, and lamb's ear is known to be used for an antibiotic bandages. Now I need to be very careful as to what I say all on my YouTube channel, so I'm just going to give you just a little bit of a snippet of a detail of what I am doing. You can do your own research. People ask me all the time about my herbs, and I need to be very careful as to what I say because I am not a doctor nor a nurse, and I cannot suggest anything to you. This here is menthol mint, and I use this to make foot salve. I use this to make homemade Vicks. All of the things that I make are on my YouTube channel. All you have to do is Google Homestead Tessie and whatever you want to learn. Here are all the herbs that I picked today. Every day I pick herbs to preserve them, and I use a lot of herbs in my oils and in my tinctures. Every day my garden is growing by leaps and bounds. It does not even look like this 4 days later. So everything changes so quickly. I'm going to show you some other things. I have lovage, that is a replacement for celery, and I do have full tutorial videos out sharing with you what herbs have and what they are used for. I'm going to go ahead and take all of these herbs and dry them into my potting shed. This is where I like to dry them because the sun doesn't shine and it keeps the herbs a nice fresh color. Alright, so you see the white flowers, that is yarrow, and yarrow is another herb that you can use for other things. You need to look up these words and take a pen and paper, I would suggest. Here we have some thyme, and most people know what thyme is used for. I make wreaths with it. I make things to decorate my home with it, and I also use it in vinegars and make my own vinegar, flavored vinegar. As you can see on the right hand side, I have a whole basket of herbs and flowers, and they all have a different meaning and they all have a different usage. At the end of this video, I will share with you a couple books, and one that I just recommended in 2025. My days are filled with being in the garden. I spend literally hours in the garden, and people ask me why there are no weeds. That is because I weed every single day. I like being in the garden, and that gives me so much happiness. Now we have a time lapse. This is just 2 days from making this video. And these are the flowers. The lavender was amazing this year, and so was my chamomile. I like to decorate my home with my herbs, and you can see different video clips here of showing you all the different things that we grow. Even marigolds are amazing. Marigolds are an edible flower as well, and they add natural food coloring to doughs and to noodles. And this here is tansy. Once again, I am back out in the garden. This video clip is not all in one day. As you can see, I have different clothing on. And now I'm harvesting a lot of my lavender. Everything overwintered this year, even my lemon verbena, which I was so surprised. 14 years, it has never overwintered, but it did this year. I have about 8 different kinds of teas, anywhere from menthol, chocolate mint, I have citrus mint, lemon mint, pineapple mint, apple mint, and then I have spearmint, lemon mint, you name it, I have it. And once these herbs are planted, they will come back year after year after year. 90% of the herbs that you see I grew from seed. Although it takes a couple years for them to generate the flowers, it's so much cheaper and it's well worth its weight in gold because they're so much prettier than the store-bought plants. I have a love and passion for growing things, and so for me it's really important to always learn and to keep learning and keeping my knowledge of the things that I enjoy. So I would, suggest to you, is there something that you really enjoy in life? Get to know it more and grow in your knowledge. Now, I know when I share books like these, books can be kind of expensive. Now, this I got on Thrift Books. I paid less than $5 for it, and that's with shipping included. But I love books, and books have really inspired me. And so when I read a book, I look at it and I say, okay, what can I implement here in my home? Now, of course, there's so many ideas out there that are very expensive, and I can't afford that. But there's always something I can afford. And I look into these books and think outside the box and get my own ideas. And if books are too expensive for you, you can go to your local library. You can request books from your local library, and you can take photocopies or you can write them down. And it's just so much fun learning all the different things that God has created that can help heal our bodies. I got this kid's book last year, and it's amazing. It has all kinds of amazing things that you can do with these herbs. It's made for children, but it's great for a beginner's book. And I'm going to have a whole bunch of different videos coming out with all of this. Making dream pillows with lavender. Yarrow is the wound herb. And I could go on 5 hours here on YouTube to share with all of you what all these herbs do, but it's really important that you do your own research. And now I'm going to show you a video clip from 2018. It talks about the herbs, and I thought it was well worth mentioning. And now you can see a little bit of what I looked like so many years ago. First, I want to show you all about comfrey. Comfrey is one of my favorites. And of course, I have lots of oregano as well. I've always loved the old things. And most of these herbs I will dry and make into a tea. For me, I love the tea value of it. It's easy to use and it's easy to store. Take care, everyone, and God bless you, and we will see you guys on the next one. Here is a video clip of 2018, and I'm talking about how to grow these herbs by seed. Comfrey has many medicinal properties and values to them. I am going to link you to some websites that have descriptions about comfrey, but today we're going to make a comfrey medicinal soother. What you can do with this is you can either apply it directly onto sore muscles, or you can put a few drops of it into your bath water to relax those sore muscles away, or you can make it into a foot soak. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I make the tincture. This is for external use only because we are going to be using rubbing alcohol as our fixative to help with the herb. What we're going to do is we're going to pour some of the dry herb. I put all of my herbs after I dry them, and I use my hands and break them up. I put them in little packets like this to keep them fresh. Also, a glass jar would work just as well. We're going to take our dried comfrey and we're going to put it in about, let's go with 1/3 of the jar like this. And we're going to pour it to, it covers all of the herb. So we're going to fill our jar probably about almost full. Make sure you have a tight fitting lid, and we're going to shake, shake, shake. What this does is the alcohol will actually take out all of the medicinal properties out of the herb. and this is how you make an extract. But this is external use only. What we are going to do is you're going to keep this in a dark place for 6 to 8 weeks, or even longer. Some of my extract even lasts 6 months to a year. The longer you let it sit, the stronger the extract will be. When the extract is finished, you're going to put it through a cheesecloth, and it's going to look like this. You're going to pour it into a dropper bottle. And I'm going to demonstrate then how you make a foot soak. You can put this in your bath water, or you can use it as a foot soak. You're going to take a basin like this. Fill your basin with warm water, like this. And you're going to take a couple drops of this, probably close to a half a dropper full. It has a pleasant scent also as well. Stir it around and you can soak your feet in it. Amazing, amazing herb, comfrey. Now, a lot of these herbs you can't find in your local store. So Tessie, what do you do? Well, I'm going to show you what I do, how I obtain all of my herbs. I have an extensive herb garden, and 90% of my herbs I grow by seed. And today we're going to plant comfrey seeds. Where I like to buy some of my herbs are from Mary's Heirloom Seeds. Mary is a small business, and she has all GMO, free, organic heirloom seeds, and she has quite a variety of medicinal herbs. What we're going to do is we're going to fill our plastic container like this with potting soil. I like to buy seed starting soil. The garden soil seems to be too heavy, and some of the potting soils they have a lot of fertilizer in them, and they can kill your seeds before they even sprout. But if you buy seed starting soil, that is made just for these small, delicate, tiny seeds. We're going to fill it like that. And the trick is you want to always spray your dirt before you plant. Because if you plant and then spray with water, a lot of your seeds will float to the top and die. So we're going to make our dirt wet like this. Not saturated, just nice and damp. Backyard Medicine. Backyard Medicine is a really intriguing book where it shows you where you can forage for your own medicinal herbs. You can forage them in the wild. This book is like a field guide to medicinal herbs that are wild. Now we're getting to some books that are a little more advanced. This one is called The Village Herbalist. This one is about making your own herbal medicines for your family and for your pets. This is more advanced, and this would have herbs in that you generally would not find just in the store to buy as plants. And last but not least is the Bible of all medicinal herbs. This one's called the Herbal Medicinal Maker's Handbook, a home manual. This is to find the herbs that are very hard to find, and that's kind of the category that I am. I like finding the herbs that are extremely difficult to grow and extremely difficult to find, but this is an advanced copy, and this is really worth buying if you really want to get into herbal medications fully.
Well, now that was fun, a blast from the past. My oh my, Tessie, you sure have changed.